up, everybody? Welcome to General Hospital MV, my GA chapter show. It is Monday night. Sorry that I couldn't come to you yesterday. I had some boring old life stuff to take care of. By the way, it is currently, in my hometown, minus 30. Minus 30, y'all. So if you could just send some thoughts and prayers, and if you're in a warm climate, send some of that my way so that I don't freeze to death. That'd be great. Thank you. But yes, I'm going to keep this short, but we got to talk about at least one thing, because, you know, some things happened last week, and it had everything to do with the Cassadines, so let's get into it. So, just to recap, Nikolas storms in with Ava into Windermere, they're both damp as hell, and everyone is shocked. Jeannie, Francis, Laura knocked it out of the damn park. I didn't expect anything less. She was amazing. She was phenomenal, because she's Jeannie Francis. I loved Laura's reaction in general because, yes, she was unbelievably happy that he's alive, but unbelievably pissed that he kept it, you know, in the dark from his son and his family all these years just to bring Valentin down. Throughout the whole week, Nikolas had reunions with Lulu and Elizabeth and Alexis, and even today he actually gave Brooklyn a call to let her know that he was alive, which is cool. Good to know that the writers actually remembered that. There are some things that they don't remember that I'm going to get into in a little bit here, but let's talk about how he brings Valentin down. So, apparently in the codicil, it is revealed that Valentin is not a blood Cassadine. Turns out he is Helena's bastard. So Helena was married into the Cassadine family, therefore he is not actually a Cassadine. Mikos found out, and that's why he created this codicil that disinherits him from everything. To be honest, I don't know how to feel about Valentin not being a Cassadine. I mean, on the one hand, the way that the writers spun this actually makes perfect sense. It does, it really does. Helena feared him, found him to be an abomination, so she denied that he was her son, and said that he was Mikos' son. And eventually Mikos found out the truth and disinherited him. But for those of you who didn't watch the original story back in 2009, I thought it was epic because here comes this mysterious Cassadine named Valentin, and he is able to bring Helena to her knees. She was definitely afraid of him, but it clearly didn't have to do with any deformities. He didn't seem to have them. We did see him briefly from the back, and he didn't have any deformities back then. But he was powerful enough to bring her to her deathbed and to have Luke held hostage as well. And it was going to be to a point where Luke and Helena, the Spencers and the Cassadines, were going to have to work together to bring this guy down. And then the story was dropped because James Franco wanted to be on the show, and now we're still stuck with Franco all these years later. And I'm so bitter. I'm already bitter that they brought Franco back with Roger Howarth in the first place, but I've just been bitter about Franco since back then because that ruined the story that I thought was going to be so epic, and we got an obsessed character that was obsessed with Jason, and it was all about Jason for like the next several years. I mean, back then Guza was writing the show, and Guza had a clear obsession with Jason, so it was just like watching Guza be turned into a character and brought onto the show. It was wild. In the worst way. Anyway, they're going to have to prove that Valentin is in fact not a Cassadine, and he's going to have to take a DNA test, which he's going to refuse to do. But even if he does, we all know very well that he is good at faking a DNA test. No one knows that better than Nina, and let me tell you, Nina brought him to his knees with all the receipts and said, hey, my plan was to humiliate you in front of all the people that already hate you. And he, you know, put on his whimper face and, you know, the whole 9 yards and tried to get everyone to feel sorry for him, but personally it didn't work on me. Valentin actually tried to run away with Charlotte, but the PCPD caught up with him, and they had this, you know, somber song playing as if we were supposed to feel sorry for him, which, by the way, if you guys didn't know, the song is called Burn by Madison Malone, and it's a really beautiful song, honestly. It was just the wrong moment to use it, in my opinion. Like, I don't feel sorry for him. They're trying to play it off as, like, we should, but I just don't. I'm sorry. I didn't appreciate Anna coddling him either, like, you know, change your tactics. I was like, really, Anna? You're going to defend this guy? You know that this guy has done some scummy things, even in recent history. Don't do that. Just don't, Anna. Don't. Once Anna coddled him, he got all cocky and started, you know, saying that everyone else was wrong and that everyone's going to pay and blah, 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 and I was just, you know, over it. But during this montage with the somber song and everything, Nikolas and Ava got married, and I have questions because we heard like maybe a couple months ago, that Hayden and Nikolas were still married and that she couldn't divorce a dead guy. I think that was the actual quote that she said. And now he's just revealed himself to be alive and got married on the same night. So at first I was like, okay, Nikolas is playing Ava, because Ava's obviously trying to get, a hold of the Cassadine money, but I'm starting to doubt it, because Laura and Lulu, who very well know that Hayden was his widow, didn't mention it at all that he was still married to her. And so I'm just thinking that the writers forgot. And if the writers forgot, I'm going to be pissed, because that's such like a blaring mistake to make, especially considering that we just heard this conversation between Nikolas and Hayden. And it's like, I don't know, y'all were doing so good, writers. Like, this is a new writer taking over with one of the old writers. It's a collaboration, I think. And he was pretty much kicking ass. Like, he's been doing a great job, in my opinion, on the show. But if this is, a forgotten plot, then y'all do better. Do better. That is not good. That is a big plot hole to miss. But anyway, long story short, Nikolas and Ava are married, and he reveals that to Elizabeth, and Nikolas gave the best line ever, and it was, "I'll see your Ava and raise you Franco." I was like, oh my god, thank you. I don't mind this Nikolas. I mean, I miss Tyler Christopher. I obviously know that he's going through some personal stuff, and that's why he can't be on the show, but I like this guy. I dig him. He's doing a great job. But yeah, I was pleasantly pleased with how the Valentin takedown was handled. I mean, I don't think for a second that this is anywhere near over. I feel like he's probably going to get the upper hand at least 3 more times until someone brings Claudette into the mix, and then we'll see what happens from there. But this last week was great. I loved it. The only other thing to hold my interest last week was the potential mob war that is on Sunny and Jason's hands. One of their trucks got hijacked, and they seem to think it was someone that doesn't know Sunny's business all that well. That leads me to think that perhaps Gladys might be the one behind it, because I mean, she's been snooping around the Corinthos family and questioning his business, and she knows that he's a mobster, but doesn't really know the ins and outs of it. So it wouldn't surprise me that she has connections that involves taking him down in some way. I guess we'll find out soon, but that's my theory anyway. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, before I end this video, I got a bit of an announcement to make. So if you guys have been with me for a long time, then you know that I used to have a channel called Envious01, where I uploaded daily GH clips back when it wasn't as taboo to do so. And it's been 8 years since I had posted content on there, because frankly I forgot the password, but I somehow accidentally stumbled back into it. So I made a video just being like, hey guys, I'm alive, on there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put GH Envy on both channels, just so, that channel I can kind of bring back to life a little bit, and perhaps on there I'll do some other GH content. Obviously, if you guys watch Envy01, you know that I used to upload the General Hospital songs, so I might do some videos revealing how I was able to find all those songs like I did, the way that I did, without the technology of Siri and Shazam and all these things that we have now that we didn't have back then. That will come soon. And also, I'll probably do some reaction videos to the old GH content on there, and just reminisce and be a little, nostalgic. Just because it's just wild that I suddenly got this channel back, and that channel had like 25,000 subscribers, some odd subscribers like that. So it seems weird to have the channel back, but I'm wanting to stick to Dion's Corner because that's all me. I mean, the 25,000 subscribers for Envious01 was because I would upload daily clips, and that makes perfect sense. And it doesn't seem right to me that I take advantage of that when they were not there for the content that I'm doing on here now. But I mean, on that channel I can do things like live streams, so as soon as I get back into the swing of things on there too, I'll be able to do some stuff that I can't do on here yet. That being said, I am determined to make it to that point where I can do live streams on Dion's Corner. Because that's just exciting. I mean, I'm at 705. I think you need 1,000. So I'm almost there. I'm getting there. I gained like 300 some odd subscribers last year, so it's not impossible. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here so I can edit it as fast as I can and get it out to you guys. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe if you want to, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace out.